Chapter 8 Going Home. Some of the Kotakas were part of yet another Pacific Island attack when they helped capture Okinawa in June 1945. While they rested there in early August, they heard about the atomic bombs that had been dropped on Japan. After those terrible attacks, the Japanese Empire surrendered. The war was over. On duty on several Pacific islands, the Navajo Marines celebrated when they got the news. Kotakas, Paul Blanchford, and Wes Malone were chosen to serve in Japan, while United States forces remained in control. Blanchford was given the job of sending all the news and reports about the atomic bomb's destruction back to the United States using the Navajo code. Atomic bombs. Throughout World War II, scientists have been working to build very powerful new weapons for the US military. Fueled by the energy of exploding atoms, the bombs would be the most destructive in history. When he was told the bombs were ready, US President Harry Truman decided to use them in an effort to end the war quickly. On August 6, 1945, the first atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, Japan. More than 60,000 people were killed and 69,000 injured, some with terrible burns from radiation from the blast. On August 9, a second bomb was dropped on Nagasaki, killing nearly 40,000 more people. The city's destruction forced the Japanese government to surrender and end the war. Even after the war, the Kotakas were told to keep their secrets. They could not tell family or friends what they had done, only that they served in the Marines. The hope was to keep the code secrets in case they were even needed again. We were told just to say we were in the war. That was alright. We weren't looking for glory. Remember the Kotaka Samuel Billison. Recovering from the horrible circumstances of war is difficult. Like many soldiers, some of the Kotaka struggled. George Kirk had nightmares about Japanese soldiers attacking him in the night. He worked with a Navajo medicine man to help his dreams go away. Roy Nota did the same after dreaming of Japanese dragons. Chester Ness had completed his duty before Iwo Jima, but he spent time in a hospital recovering from his experiences. He, too, had horrifying dreams of unearthly battles. When he finally made it back to the New Mexico in October, a federal official giving him a new ID card said, "You are not a full citizen of the United States, you know." Even after risking his life in war, he and his fellow Navajo were still discriminated against in the United States. In fact, Native Americans were not allowed to vote in every state until 1962. At home, Chester's father welcomed him. "I am relieved to have you home safely, my son. My daily prayers have been answered." But Chester also wrote that there was no special celebration for him. "We Navajos don't celebrate the accomplishments of one who has done his expected duty," he wrote. So although the homecoming was joyous, there was no reason to celebrate my bravery. Chester later went to the University of Kansas and worked for the Veterans Administration. Samuel Holiday returned to the United States in late 1945 as well. While traveling home to Arizona, he was not allowed to eat at a cafe because it was for white people only. Once he was home, his family helped him recover from the war with an enemy war ceremony. To drive away the spirits of the enemy, the Navajo sang, chanted, and prayed together. They created a sand painting that symbolized the enemy. Then the sand was wiped away. Many code talkers went through these ceremonies to help them heal from the effects of the war. Samuel later became a Navajo police officer and a park ranger, and he worked in mining. He also learned to perform Navajo ceremonies for his people. There were some men, including Navajo code talkers, who never healed or recovered from the stress of the war. They were not alone. Ira Harris, a member of the Pima Nation, died from his dependence on alcohol 10 years after returning home from the war. He was only 32 years old. Most other Navajo code talkers went on with their lives, their brave work in the war a secret from everyone except one another. Carl Gorman became an artist. Teddy Draper taught thousands of young people the Navajo language. Howard Foster had a long career with the Bureau of Indian Affairs Health Service, now known as the Indian Health Service. Dean Wilson was one of several Navajo who stayed in the Marines for many years after the war, though they no longer served as code talkers. While the Marines appreciated what the Navajo had done, the feeling was mutual. The Marines gave me confidence that I could do what we asked of me and succeed, said Howard Foster. All the code talkers were very proud of their service. Chapter 9. Delayed Honors. In 1968, the United States government finally revealed the secrets of the Navajo code talkers. The Marines had decided that they would never need the code again, so the story could be told. In Chicago the following summer, a reunion of Marines honored the code talkers in public for the first time.